Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready to get our hands dirty and really dig into some insightful stuff.
Always up for a deep dive, especially when it's about helping businesses thrive.
Me too. And today we're tackling a topic that's, well, it's kind of the lifeblood of modern business, isn't it? Digital marketing.
It is. It's constantly evolving, but that's part of what makes it so exciting. Endless possibilities.
Totally. And to guide us through this maze, we've got Mikkell Khan's book, Digital Marketing Strategies, to help you get your business online quickly and efficiently. From what I've heard, Khan doesn't mess around.
Yeah.
Straight to the point, practical advice. That's what we like.
Absolutely. He cuts through the jargon and delivers actionable insights. No fluff, just the good stuff.
Love it. So let's jump right in. Why is digital marketing such a big deal these days? I mean, businesses were surviving before the internet came along, right?
They were, but think about it this way. Remember those old movies where they try to crack a safe by listening for the clicks?
Yeah, like a slow, agonizing process of trial and error.
Exactly. That's what traditional marketing can feel like. You spend a ton of money on billboards or radio ads and just hope you're reaching the right people. Digital marketing is like having the safes combination handed to you. You can target your ideal customers with laser precision.
Okay, that's a much better visual. So it's about precision targeting, but it's also about measuring your results, right? Seeing what's actually working.
Exactly. Khan really hammers home the importance of data. With digital marketing, you can track everything. How many people are seeing your ads, clicking on your links, visiting your website. It's like having X-ray vision into your marketing efforts. You can see what's resonating with your audience, what's falling flat, and adjust your strategies accordingly.
It's all about being agile and adapting to what the data is telling you. Makes sense.
And because you're able to be so precise and track your ROI, return on investment, so closely, digital marketing often ends up being much more cost-effective than traditional methods.
Music to any business owner's ears. So let's dive into one of the specific strategies Khan talks about, blogging. Now, I'll admit, I used to think blogging was just something people did in their spare time, like, oh, here are my thoughts on this new recipe I tried. But Khan argues that blogging is a really powerful tool for businesses. Why is that?
Because people are bombarded with ads constantly, they're oversaturated, and to be honest, they're tuning them out.
I know I'm guilty of that, scrolling right past sponsored posts without even a second glance.
Exactly. Khan argues that people are hungry for valuable content. They want information that helps them, educates them, maybe even entertains them. They're actively seeking it out.
So if a business can provide that valuable content, they're positioning themselves as a trusted resource, as an expert.
Right. And Khan says this is where blogging comes in. Instead of hitting people over the head with sales pitches, you're drawing them in with genuinely helpful content. Let's say you own a bakery.
Ooh, I love this example already.
So instead of just posting photos of your delicious pastries, you write a blog post about, let's say, the ultimate guide to baking the perfect sourdough loaf. Someone who's struggling to bake sourdough at home stumbles across your blog post.
Because they were searching for tips online.
Exactly. They find your advice helpful, they try your techniques, and voila, their sourdough dreams come true.
Yeah.
Now they see you as a baking guru. They trust your expertise.
And they're more likely to visit your bakery or order one of your sourdough loaves because you've already provided value and built that trust.
It's all about building those relationships and establishing yourself as a thought leader in your industry.
Okay, I'm convinced. Blogging is a business essential. Now, what about SEO? I feel like I hear that acronym everywhere, but I'm not sure I fully grasp it.
SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization. Think of it like this. You've got this amazing website, this treasure trove of valuable information.
Like that sourdough blog post.
Exactly. But if no one can find it, it's like having a bakery in the middle of the desert. SEO is all about making sure your website shows up on the first page of Google when someone searches for something related to your business.
So it's about being visible, making sure your website doesn't get lost in the vast sea of the internet.
Exactly. And when you consider that the majority of online experiences begin with the search engine, you can see why SEO is so crucial for driving traffic to your site.
It's like having a prime real estate on Google. But how do you actually do SEO? What does it involve?
It can get pretty technical, but Khan breaks it down into some key areas. One of the most important is keyword research. It's all about figuring out what words and phrases people are actually typing into that Google search bar when they're looking for businesses like yours. right? So it's like, imagine you're that bakery again. You wouldn't just write delicious treats on your website a million times.
Definitely not. That's not going to tell Google or anyone else what makes your bakery special.
Exactly. You've got to use those keywords strategically, weave them naturally into your website, copy, blog posts, product descriptions, even the captions on your social media images.
So you're speaking Google's language, but in a way that still sounds good to human ears.
Right. Because at the end of the day, you're not just trying to please the Google algorithm, you're trying to connect with real people. Khan emphasizes this over and over again: create valuable, engaging, high-quality content that your target audience will actually enjoy reading. SEO is just one piece of the puzzle.
It's like you want to bake that delicious sourdough loaf, but you also want to make sure people can find it and enjoy it, right?
Ah,
Okay, I'm getting hungry now. But before we take a pastry break, let's talk about another big piece of the digital marketing puzzle: social media. It's everywhere you look these days, but it can also feel really overwhelming for businesses. Where do you even start?
Khan actually has some great advice on this. He says, don't try to be on every single platform. It's better to focus your energy on the ones where your target audience is hanging out.
So quality over quantity.
Exactly. Like if you're that bakery we've been talking about, Instagram might be a great platform for you because you can showcase those mouth-watering photos of your pastries.
Oh yeah, those close-ups of ooey gooey cinnamon rolls and the
Yeah.
perfectly iced cakes.
Right. Pure visual deliciousness. And maybe you use Facebook to create a community around your bakery, share events, run contests, get people talking.
It's about meeting your audience where they are and using each platform strategically.
Exactly. But Khan also stresses the importance of being consistent and engaged on social media. It's not enough to just post something once a month and call it a day. You've got to show up regularly, provide value, respond to comments, build relationships with your followers.
It's like you wouldn't ignore a customer who walks into your bakery, right?
Exactly. You want to create that same welcoming, engaging atmosphere online. Khan encourages businesses to use social media to humanize their brand, show some personality, share behind-the-scenes glimpses, maybe introduce your team members, tell stories. People connect with people.
That authenticity is so important. It builds trust, which is essential when you're trying to stand out online. Okay, I want to shift gears a bit and talk about something I thought was a bit, well, old-fashioned. Email marketing. Be honest. How many of you listening have a love-hate relationship with your inbox?
Oh, I'm right there with you. I think we all have moments where we're like, is email even relevant anymore?
Right. But Khan argues that email marketing is far from dead. In fact, he says it has one of the highest ROIs of any digital marketing strategy. Why is that?
Because with email, you have a direct line to your audience's inbox. You're not at the mercy of social media algorithms or search engine rankings. You're showing up directly in their inbox with a message.
So you have more control over whether or not your message is actually seen.
Exactly. And not only that, but because people have to opt in to receive your emails, you know you're reaching an audience that's already interested in what you have to offer.
They've given you permission to market to them.
Exactly, and that's valuable. But here's the key. Khan emphasizes that it's not about bombarding people with generic emails. It's about segmentation.
Segmentation. Now, there's a word I haven't heard in a while. Remind me what that's all about again.
It's basically about dividing your email list into smaller, more targeted groups based on shared characteristics or behaviors. This allows you to send highly relevant emails that resonate more deeply with each subscriber.
Okay, so instead of sending the same generic, check out our new products, email to your entire list, you might segment your list by, say, purchase history, interests, or demographics.
Exactly. So someone who just bought a loaf of sourdough bread from your bakery might get an email with tips on how to store it properly, or maybe a recipe for sourdough croutons.
And someone who signed up for your email list because they were interested in learning how to bake their own bread might get an email about an upcoming sourdough baking class.
Exactly. It's all about personalization. People are much more likely to engage with an email if they feel like it was tailored specifically to them.
Makes sense. It's like getting a personalized recommendation from a friend. It just feels more genuine and valuable.
Exactly. Okay, I know we're running short on time, but we can't wrap up this digital marketing deep dive without talking about one more strategy: influencer marketing. I have a feeling you might have some thoughts on this one.
Okay, influencer marketing. I have to admit, when I hear that phrase, I immediately picture like celebrities on yachts, promoting luxury watches. Not exactly relatable for the average small business owner, right?
Right. It can definitely feel like that sometimes, but Khan emphasizes that influencer marketing doesn't have to mean shelling out big bucks for a celebrity endorsement. In fact, it's often more effective to partner with what he calls micro-influencers.
Micro-influencers, so
Yeah,
not Beyonce, but
exactly. Think more along the lines of someone with a few thousand highly engaged followers who are genuinely passionate about a specific niche, like remember our bakery. Instead of trying to get Oprah to endorse your sourdough, you might reach out to, I don't know, a local food blogger who's known for their baking skills.
or maybe a popular cooking instructor who teaches sourdough classes.
Right. Someone who's already built a loyal following based on their expertise and authenticity. They might not have millions of followers, but their audience trusts their recommendations.
So it's about tapping into that existing trust and credibility.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Now, we've covered a lot of ground here: blogging, SEO, social media, email marketing, influencer marketing. It's a lot to take in. For someone who's listening to this and thinking, okay, I get it, digital marketing is important, but where do I even start?
Hmm.
What advice does Khan offer?
Well, first of all, don't panic. It can feel overwhelming, but Khan stresses that you don't have to do everything at once. He's a big believer in starting small, focusing on your goals, and gradually building your digital presence over time.
So kind of like taking baby steps instead of trying to sprint a marathon.
Exactly. But he also emphasizes the importance of having a holistic strategy. It's not enough to just dabble in a little bit of this and a little bit of that. You've got to think about how all of these different pieces, your website, your blog, your social media, your email list, how they all work together to create a seamless customer experience.
So it's like you're weaving a tapestry, not just stitching random patches together.
Exactly. And the thread that connects it all is your target audience. Who are you trying to reach? What are their pain points? What kind of content will resonate with them? Once you have a clear understanding of your audience, you can start to map out a strategy that makes sense for your business.
It's about creating a roadmap for your digital marketing journey.
Exactly. And like any good roadmap, it should be flexible enough to adapt to changes in the terrain. The digital landscape is constantly evolving, so you've got to be willing to experiment, analyze your results, and adjust your course as needed.
It's all about being adaptable and staying curious.
Well, I think that's a great note to end on. We've covered a lot of ground today, but I hope you're walking away from this deep dive feeling energized and equipped to tackle the world of digital marketing. Me too. It's an exciting world out there full of possibilities, so get out there, experiment, have fun with it, and who knows, maybe you'll be the one writing the next digital marketing playbook.
That's right. And until next time, happy marketing, everyone.